Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. This is Aditi Ranjan, and before you watch this video, make sure to watch the two videos of the same playlist, How to Win at BP Debate. And if you have not watched, the video link is in the eye above. Now, if you have watched that, so welcome to the third episode of How to Win at BP Debate. In this video, we will cover out how to cover or how to make arguments better and stronger so that you can win in any BP debate that is given to you. In this video, we will cover out from zero to the expert level of how to frame arguments and how to prove that your arguments are right. So, not speaking much, let's go and learn. Hi everyone, let us start and let us master the British parliamentary debate argumentation. Now, the BP debate demands a very clear and effective argumentation. So, if you want to win the first prize, make sure that all the arguments that you make are very effective and clean and clear. And I will teach you how to do that. Now, let us go. Now, if you want or if you have watched the first video of the same segment, you know what is BP debate and how to deal with that and who are the speakers. Now, why is a strong argument critical? Because in the end of the day, you're going to win the debate on the basis of argument, on the basis of speeches that you're going to make. So definitely, if you want to be a strong competitor, you have to present a strong speech in itself. And BP or the British Parliamentary is actually focused on a quality argumentation because most of the time you get time to prepare the arguments just before the motion is released or like 30 minutes or 15 minutes during the debate, and at this moment you cannot find a lot of facts because not everything that you have in your mind is same as what is in the internet. So same thing that you have to do right there. So every time you win in a BP debate, it's most of the time it's because of the arguments or because of the strong arguments that you make. So it is very simple out there. So instead of weak points, we'll cover on main points. So always understand that you have to go quantity, not quality over quantity in a BP debate. That is one of the standard go or standard tip that can anybody give you in a BP debate. Now, the CLI structure, your argumentation framework. Now, climax, logic, and then impact. This is one of the basic structures on the BP debate, but let me tell you, this is the most interesting and the most effective method that you can practice in a BP debate, and that will definitely help you. Now, what I mean by climax. So, climax is when I present my argument. So, if I say ban zoos because zoos are unethical. So zoos should be banned because they are very unethical. So that is something like a complex. Or then I say about logic. So explain why your point is true. So okay, zoo is unethical, but why does it even matter? Or why it is true, where it is true. So if I say okay, London Zoo and Dubai Zoo, these are only the two zoos that you see are very well polished and actually treat humans or animals better. But what about thousands of you that is in small towns, small cities, or even villages? So talk about that yeah, the point that I make is true. And now comes the impact. So impact is show why your point matter. Okay, animals zoo are unethical and animals are suffer, but why does it matter to us? So you can explain ecosystem, deforestation, and some things like that, so that actually impact. Now what we do while proving impact is that we pressure the judge. So yeah, the points that I make are very important for society, and that is why I should be given point for this argument, or I should be the one who you give the first position, because everything that I say is not just in the air, it's on the surface, and you can see that as well. Now, the CLI structure is a foundation of a good argument. State your point, provide logic, reason, and then explain the consequences. This framework ensures clarity. This is a very clear system, very basic, yet very effective, as I told you. No one can even replace this structure. And if you follow these, the judges are going to impressed by you. Now, moving to deep dive, quality over quantity. Now, why two strong arguments? As I told you, you have to present the climax, then the logic, and then reasoning. this takes a lot of time of your debate, and most of us get like 5 minutes or 8 minutes of speeches, and you cannot cover like 10 points or 10 arguments in that same point. So make sure that even if you want to debate on topics that are hard, or you can get like so many points out there, don't exceed three like arguments, because you are not going to explain them better, and that can be like result in debattles, and that will like decrease your points, because in the end of the day it's all about logic, it's all about how much impact you put, it's not about how much points you present to the judge and show him the clarity that okay, I have these many knowledges. No, that is something we don't do in BP debates. Now, why we choose two strong arguments? So instead of like preparing five different arguments and explaining them in short, I prefer to use two strong arguments and then present it very strongly that even nobody can rebut that as well. So now it's all about you and how you present or how comfortable you are with BP debate. So you can either present two, that is simple, very basic, and that is something minimum that you have to do, or you can go with three. But I suggest you should not go over three, because that is something that will create a chaos in your speech, and probably the judge will not able to be to understand like how your point valid, because you have to manage the time as well. Now, strategic advantage. Focus on strong responses. Develop more robust points. Instead of giving many weak points, choose two best. So that is something that I've already explained to you, and you can go through this slide later from the description and read the statement. Now, VPMDI, that is something like, what is this? It's something not, but it's very important for a BP debater to understand these tricks and these, points, because that's something that strengthens your argument. Now, when we talk about impact, how are we going to show the impact? So these are the tricks that you can use for impact and proving that, okay, how can I frame arguments, or how can I show the impact? Because logic and impact are very important for in a BP debate. I think more than climax, if you present like reasoning well and impact, that why I'm saying, and that is like important. So that will actually make a judge fall for you, technically not, but yeah. So like it's valid. So is it logic sounding? So like whatever argument that you present. So let's take a previous example that, okay, like zoo is unethical and zoo should be banned because animals are getting untreated. So is it logically sounding right? So yeah, it's sounding right. It's just obvious. Now, probability. How likely is your argument going to happen? So if it like one in a blue moon, nobody is going to accept, and not even the judge is going to give you marks for that. So find something that is like most likely to happen. So if like I cut the trees today, it's sure that tomorrow is going to be global warming, and tomorrow is going to be like hard for the ecosystem. So that is like 100% probability. Don't always go for like 1%, 50% like probability, because already you have time less. So go for 100 or like nearer probability, that would give you a clarity to the judge that okay, this person speaking and that is meant to be happen, right? The magnitude, how significant is the impact? So like if there's small impact, so if like we are going to ban private zoos only, so that might be a meager magnitude what we are going to do. But if I say we ban all the zoo of the world, so it's like government, it's private, or it's like owned by community, every zoo in the world is banned. That's the magnitude that you hold, how large or how impactful or how significant your argument or your impact is. So that is something, that magnitude, and always try to keep your magnitude very high, because that cover a lot of stakeholders. Because in a debate, we not only talk about one or two stakeholders. If probable, we talk about like more stakeholders. How many people we include, that strong your argument become. That is something that is like really understandable in a BP debate, and I hope you understand that. Now the time frame. When will the impact be felt? So taking the older example, if I cut tree, today we don't feel anything in that. But after like 50 years, we are going to feel that. And what we are feeling today, something that happened of 50 years back. So how long that will it take? So if we ban zoo, how long it will take animals to recover? Or how long it will take us to ban the zoo? That is something we talk in impact and be felt. impact being felt. So like what is the time period that is, and I will suggest you that go for a shorter impact period or like time frame, because that give a judge or necessity that okay, the point that this person is making has a lot of impact in our near future. So we are going to see that, because people don't actually care about what is happening after 100 year, after 200 year, because they are not living. That is the strong point, like, but prefer the points that are like we can see changes in 10 years, or we can see changes in 5 years, or probably 1 year. So these type of changes or time frame that you have to include your impact. Now, the impact, which area is affected? So it is like urban people who are affected, it is the rural people, or a specific continent or specific country. So like where is the impact of your argument? So it is like in the whole world, in a specific country, or like these type of topics that you have to include in impacts. Now, I know it's very hard to include all of them in impact. So, what I do personally is take three best arguments or three best like strengths that you can include in your argument. So, if like I'm making an argument that fit well in validity, magnitude, and impact, I'll choose these three and explain it in impact. That is something that we do. We don't explain everything, but we explain everything that make us feel better and make us feel strong among our competitors. Now, VPM TI help you to evaluate your argument. It ensures each point is powerful, social, ethical, economical, psychological impact matter. Use this in every argument. So this will give you a broader dimension of how your argument is being carried in the society, not the society, but in the debate actually. So how are you going to present that argument? So that is something very important, because it like give a boost to your argument that I don't just cover environment, I cover ethics, economy, psychology, everything in that. So that makes a argument or a very undefeatable actually. Now, applying VPMTI. So this is something like you might be confused about if you're a beginner, that how I can implement that. So if I say the motion is legalizing all drugs, so it's like this house prefers legalizing all drugs over banning it. So that might be an argument. Now, what argument I can make, that can be an emotion, sorry. And now what arguments I can make? So legalizing increased revenue. So that is something that we present an argument. How can I logic that, and how can I prove the impact of that? So like what VPM TI says is like high probability. The tax revenue is of course 100% going up. So that's like probability is 100% to sure to be happen. Now uh large magnitude, so it's like billions, because legalizing all drugs will give you like billions of dollars and billion of rupees and yen. So that is something that like magnitude will happen in billions of people, and also not about just in money, but it will affect a billion of people. So we do have to mind that as well. Now, time frame, it's very immediate that if today I like legalize all drug, like within a week we can see like impact in people. So like some are going to use that for better purpose, and some are going to like use it for the bad purpose. So that is very immediate action that we take. Now, impact is economy as well, because see, the two factors that we have is pushing toward economy. So the main purpose that we put out here is economy. So that like probability or and magnitude and like time frame, everything is very sudden, and that's like economy, so that we put it in the category of economy. Now let us analyze the economic impact of legalizing drug and government tax revenue will increase definitely. These are very short point that you get in an argument. Now applying VPMTI in a scenario 2. Now, ethical impact that we explain. Now, see, allowing gene editing for cosmetic purposes. So this is something that is a very common topic in a BP debate, and I think I have debated on this like more than 5 or 6 times. Now, what is actually gene editing? So if you're a PM, you have to explain what is gene editing, and I'm not going to do that for you. But the thing is that why is gene editing possible, and like why is people doing that? That is something that is our main argument. And is it right or is it wrong? So this is like a more motion that why you are giving this motion to debate on. Now the argument that can be framed is like
eradicable existing inequality. That is something like the inequality will obviously increase because of such reasons, because some people don't afford to score of meal and somebody spend billions on their makeup and cosmetics. So obviously not a poorer can avoid like gene editing for their cosmetics or for their beauty. So like high probability, large magnitude, long term, because this, if you like gene edit today, you're not going to feel impact tomorrow, but your next generation is going to feel that. So the time period is very long in such cases, and this is very ethical because it's all about your personal body, or that's all in ethics and human behavior. Now, examine the ethical impact of gene editing. The wealthy would have access to these technologies, and societal division maybe become larger. This impact will be generational. So, this is something that we took out from the resources that we got, and we speak on that. Right. So that is very sure that when you make arguments, be mindful about how much logic and how much impact are you going to put in that. So because if your arguments are nice, are strong, but yet if you don't put logic and impact in that, it's still not good, and the judge is not gonna give you much. So in a BP debate, it's not about arguments that you make, it's about how strongly you perform that argument and prove that yeah, this is right and this is wrong. Now, avoiding common argumentation pitfalls. And that is something that you will definitely fall as a beginner, and I don't want you to. Weak claims. Don't go for weak claims or claims that you cannot explain. Go for two claims that actually you can explain and has a better value. Now, ignoring the opposition. Never ignore your opposition and what they are going to prepare, or like stop listening to their speeches as if you are from the second speaker or the second houses. Like, suppose you're a government whip or you're like opposition whip, you definitely need to listen to opposition and even your team members to form your speech at the time of the debate. So, that is something that most people do that you should not. Now, unclear impact. As I told you, definitely impact involve a lot of dimension and even more than what I have shown you in this slide. So it's all upon you how much impact you can add in a topic or in an argument and make it more stronger. The more impact you add, the more stronger your argument become, the more undefeatable it become. Now, overly complex argument, it's something that is like, even if you don't understand what you're speaking, nobody else is going to understand. So make it very simple. Nobody has time to search Google words for you in a debate, right? So just keep it simple, but keep it powerful. And that is a misconception that if you are use like hard words and people is going to think, okay, that is a strong argument. No, your judge is more educated than you, of course. So use it simple words and simple arguments, but in a powerful way. That is what a smart debater do every time. And avoid these pitfalls to build like arguments on a string like strong foundation and acknowledge opposition views as well. Now, argumentation practice and strategy. Now, as I have taught you how to frame arguments in a BP debate, so generate CLI arguments. So work on that and like frame a CLI argument that is like climax, logic, and impact, and from any motion that you like. And you can like tag me on Instagram. I love to comment and love to see and give you a review on that. Now, anticipate counter arguments. So don't just prepare arguments just from one side. If you're practicing, practice it like from two sides, both the sides, and that will give you a clear dimension how you actually have to debate and what like point that you can rebut, what point you cannot rebut, and that is something that you can only gain by practice, not just by by teaching or opening up YouTube videos. So do make sure to watch that no do make sure to practice that in yourself and use impactful language. There's a difference between using a hard language, impactful language, simple language, and powerful language. So that is something, even you can like sound impactful by speaking simple, or you can like talk complex and still like be like toned foolish. So that is something that you have to keep in mind. Don't go for like fancy words in a BP debate. Go for smart words, but don't be like very fancy. And practice is the key. Develop your skill with different motions. Think about what your opponent will say, what you will say, how you're going to rebut, and what your opposition is going to rebut on that. That is the best part that you can do and respond efficiently. So don't be just like, uh, you know, parallel or like partial, that okay, this motions feel that I will do good in opposition. So if you feel that you do good in opposition, try the preposition. And if I give you a motion X and you feel like, okay, the like preposition I can do well, so go for the opposition. That is something what you learn in an argument and a BP debate. So that is all for today, guys, and I hope you do well for the next video. Make sure to like, subscribe, and comment. And best part of this video, and hope to see you next time. Thank you so much.